Recently, an anime trailer dropped for a light novel adaptation, so I took it upon myself to read the light novels. I'd already read some of the fan-translated manga based on this series, but reading the light novels gives you a much better understanding of the series. At least, it does sometimes. When the entire series is all from one character's perspective, you get to know them really well, but all you can do is hope he understands what the other characters are feeling. Welcome to Musings by Danon. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. It's a great way to support the channel. The Angel Next Door Spoils Me Rotten is told from the perspective of slovenly high school boy Amane Fujimiya. One cold and rainy evening in October, Fujimiya is on his way home from the convenience store and sees a girl sitting on the swings in the park by his house. The park is rarely used, as most of the people who live in the nearby apartment buildings are either college students or young working adults. Not a lot of children live in the area, but he recognizes the girl. It's his neighbor, the school angel, Maharu Shiina. Shiina is famous for being kind to everyone, always having a smile on her face. But for some reason she's staring off into the distance in the pouring rain, with no umbrella. Fujimiya decides that they don't know each other well enough for her to tell him what's wrong, so he doesn't even bother asking. Instead, he just walks up to her and forces her to take his umbrella. He then races home, but still gets soaked in the cold rain. And rather than warming himself up in the bath, he just eats his convenience store dinner and goes to bed. So of course, the next day at school, he winds up with a cold. He barely manages to make it home when he encounters Shiina outside of his apartment, there to return his umbrella. She takes Fujimiya inside and scolds him about how messy his apartment is, makes him drink some water and a sports drink, cooks up some rice porridge for him, and gives him medicine. Fujimiya thinks this is a fever dream. There's no way the school angel will be at his house taking care of him. But sure enough, she was there. Over the next few days, she starts bringing him leftovers, and they even spend a day cleaning his apartment. She makes it clear that she's only doing this because she wants to, not because she likes him. He understands this and makes it clear that he has no romantic interest in her either. The best part is, neither of them are soon about it. They are openly and honestly communicating their feelings to each other. All of this happens in the first few chapters, and will probably just be the first episode or two of the anime. The story is a romance, but it's a slow one, built on trust and friendship, rather than a raging torrent of teenage hormones. Shiina isn't a tsundere, but there are a few moments that are reminiscent of tsunderes. Instead, she's built up this angelic persona, a sort of wall or protection to keep people from seeing the real her. And as the series goes on, Fujimiya gets to see more and more of her real self. If you like romances with slow builds, slice-of-life series that do have actual plot progression instead of just a series of incidents, you should read The Angel Next Door Spoils Me Rotten. The first 3 books are out now, and Volume 4 will be released in October. You can pick up physical copies or digital ones on Bookwalker. Links to both in the video description below. I adore this series and can't recommend it enough. One of the scenes that endeared me to it was the previously mentioned cleaning scene. Shiina trips on some magazines in Fujimiya's house and starts to fall down. Fujimiya leaps to catch her. If this were a shonen ecchi series, this would have been the perfect time for a lucky pervert moment. Instead, Shiina confirms he's not hurt, and Fujimiya confirms that she's not hurt. Then she scolds him, reminding him that this wouldn't happen if he just kept his apartment clean. Frankly, I was in shock. As someone who grew up with Tenchi, Love Hina, and To Love Ru, I was not expecting maturity from my main couple. I was expecting lots of bakas, maybe a slap or two after some accidental fondling, and wondering what that soft thing he was cupping his hands around could be. But we get none of that in this series. Lots of blushing, lots of heartwarming moments, and lots of cuteness is what you can look forward to. But the thing that most people will appreciate is that there is actual progress between our couple. Unlike Rent-A-Girlfriend, which is getting dragged out as much as possible to increase sales, The Angel Next Door Spoils Me Rotten is a light novel series. so the plot progresses at the speed the author wants it to. Now, I don't blame Reiji for stretching out Rent-A-Girlfriend. Manga making is a business, so doing every trick to increase your sales is a savvy business move. But the romance in this series is slow to develop. Very slow. But it makes sense with the characters. Both of them are extremely hesitant to open up to other people, and as you read the series or watch the anime, you'll understand why. I'd talk more about this series, but I worry that we'll be getting into spoiler territory, so I'll stop there. Once the anime has finished airing, I'll probably do a deep dive, but that's a video for the future. If this series interests you, please leave a comment below. And if you've already read it, let me know your thoughts on the series. But please, no spoilers for the anime-only crowd. Thanks for tuning in. Short video today, I know. Once again, a huge shout out to my editor Cute Stuff. I couldn't make these videos without her. If you'd like to hire her to edit your own videos, there's a link to her Fiverr page below. If you'd like to support this channel directly, you can head on over to patreon.com/Danon. Link in the description below. I'd like to give quick shout outs to my patrons Casey, Muffins, Jiraiya, Waffles, Nicholas, Danny, and Marcus. You guys are awesome, and I'm truly grateful for your support. I post new anime, manga, or light novel related content every Monday, or you can click here for additional videos. Once again, thanks for watching, and I'll see you all again next time on Musings by Danon.